I was born in Bryan, but I've grown up in Navasota my entire life.
Okay.
Work brought him here, and they found some really fun, nice people here that they enjoyed being around, so they stuck around here. Grew up here. I have 3 sisters. They're all older than me. My youngest sister is 4 years older than me.
I was born in College Station, or Bryan, one of them, I'm not real sure, which sounds bad. But I grew up in Navasota my whole life, well, actually in Whitehall, 10 miles outside of Navasota. I have one sister. She is 9, but all of my cousins take place as siblings because we grew up together and all that good stuff.
When I go to Harvard, I want to major in film because I want to be a film producer, television producer at some point in time after that. First off, the people at Harvard are tremendous and they're all extraordinary, but I do want to try to write for some publication. I consider the Crimson, but preferably I want to write for the Harvard Lampoon, which is a more difficult paper to write for because it's more exclusive. But I want to do that, and just other things. Boston has a great atmosphere to it, and Cambridge has a great atmosphere to it. It's a really lively town.
I'm going to Tarleton State University, and I will major in wildlife biology or biology in general. Not real sure yet. I haven't checked out their classes for the specific wildlife biology yet. I will go on June 8th for the honors program orientation, and they will give class selections, and then I will make my decision as to what I will major in for sure.
Were there other universities that you applied to and were accepted to?
I applied to Texas A&M University, and I was accepted into that university. I applied to USC, and I applied to Texas, but I retracted my application after I found out I got accepted into Harvard. So I don't ever know if I got accepted into those. I always thought, there's one school that I'm a better fit at, and luckily that's the school that I applied to.
I'm not real sure what I want as a career yet. I don't know if I want to be like a game warden or work on like a wildlife conservation ranch, or it's something along those lines, mainly just outside. I just love to be outside.
You've been outside your whole life, huh?
Yes. I would love to be able to walk on. I would have loved a scholarship more than that, but their coach has not contacted me back. I don't know if she's been busy or anything, but when I go up there on June 8th, I'm planning on going to talk to her and find out about open tryouts or some stuff like that where I can be seen by her and hopefully be able to play for Coach Mata.
How hard did you work to get to this point? What's the percentage of people that get accepted to Harvard? And then
it was 5.9% this year.
5.9%. How did you work your way into that 5.9%? It's more than just 1 year of work.
Yes, true. I think it started in 4th grade. I had a really cool teacher named Mrs. Platt in 4th grade. She was my English teacher, and that was the first teacher that ever took an interest in me and thought that my work was actually worth anything. And since that point, I just tried to make my work better and to try to kind of prove a point almost that I could do this and I could write really well and could do math really well and whatever. And I don't know. It's a lot of hard work, a lot of talent, but more hard work. Probably the toughest course I ever took was 9th grade geometry.
Why was that tough?
We had this teacher named Mr. Carlton that demanded a lot from us and expected a lot from us, which is pretty different. But I enjoyed it. I enjoyed the class. To this day, it's still one of my favorite classes I ever took. But it was challenging and it was worthwhile.
I've thought about maybe like being a coach to the younger girls and softball and any other sport really, because even though I can't play the other sports, I think I would be able to coach the other sports, but I'm not real sure. I haven't tried it.
And you spend a lot of time here growing up.
I spent a lot of time here. I'm going to miss certain things. I'm going to miss my family. They're still here. just little things I take for granted every day. My usual route to school. It's become comfortable. Then some of the people here at school I will miss. Some of the teachers are really great. I have great friends here. And just how comfortable I am with this town right now. Because after growing up here for so long, grow comfortable, with it. No one likes change at first, but change is very good. So I'm welcoming that.
But I didn't join FFA or 4-H until my sophomore year. I joined our FFA chapter. I didn't start showing until last year, and I became an officer for the FFA team this year. Like on bus trips, I would have homework and I'd do it on the bus, or I would study on the bus. Just whenever I could get the chance to study, I would, because my grades are what was able to get me into Tarleton and into their honors program. First off, just don't put anything in front of your grades. And then the next thing that you want to be really successful in, put that next. Like mine was softball. Softball takes up 75-80% of my time, especially in the spring. And then FFA came next. FFA in the fall was one of my most important priorities, because I'm part of the officer team this year and we did a bunch of activities. But just, you always have to work hard at everything you do. No matter what it is, work hard. And just be patient also. If you're not patient, then stuff will go downhill real fast.
You have to work hard every day in every subject. You can't really take it easy on any one thing, because these universities expect you to be great at a lot of things. And even if you're not great at one thing, they expect you to work hard at it. I think more importantly, you have to enjoy it. If you don't enjoy it, then I don't think you'll enjoy the Ivy League atmosphere. And then with that, I think you have to be educated. Not only in your subjects, but the process of getting accepted into a Harvard or whatever. There's a process, and the more you know about it, the more comfortable you get with it, and the easier it is for you to apply and hopefully get accepted.
Are there any regrets from that, man, I wish I would have done this in high school, or I wish I would have done that in high school at Navasota, or did you do everything that you wanted to do?
I think you always want to do more. Never quite satisfied with what you did. But looking back on it, I'm glad everything turned out the way it did.
If you play sports and you're involved heavily in other activities, other organizations, try to get like your coach or your sponsor to work together, and it will come out so much easier. Like Mr. Finke, Miss Finke, and then Coach Merrick, they all work together. Like if I had softball game, then I would sacrifice an FFA activity, or if I had a big FFA activity, I would leave practice early or not go to practice at all, and then I would just make the practice up and stuff like that. You just have to make it work. You just can't let it go. Wish I would have been involved in more organizations and activities like in our community, because looking back, I feel like not many people know what it has taken me to get where I am. And if more people know how hard others work, then that might help them work harder. Might make stuff more competitive.